really like Marcus Aurelius's quote about the nature of life. The cycle of the world never changes, up and down from one era to another. To be honest, we always expect life to be smooth sailing. We think that life should gradually improve every day. We hear about how the economy and the world have improved gradually every year for decades, and we think this is the normal trajectory of everything in life. Everything happens like a linear relationship in algebra. If X increases, so does Y. We think that when we get old, we will have everything we want. And then, when we actually get old, looking back, we don't know what we have achieved. There is no linear relationship between age and wisdom, or age and wealth. If that linear relationship were true, then everyone at a certain age would become a wealthy genius. The truth is, life is not just about advantages. Sometimes we are forced to go through ups and downs. These fluctuations can last a few days or months. Even if you're unlucky, they can last for many years. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the profound and timeless philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, a true luminary of the ancient world and a master of Stoic thought. In our video, When Life Hurts, Care Less About It, the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, we explore how this great emperor and philosopher teaches us to navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude. We will delve into how Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers like Epictetus and Seneca guide us to confront the uncertainties of the future, learn from the past, and most importantly, live fully in the present. Their teachings remind us that while we cannot control every aspect of our lives, we hold the power to choose our responses, thereby shaping our reality. As we journey through this exploration, we invite you to engage with these timeless insights actively. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications. This way, you won't miss out on our upcoming videos, which promise to enrich your understanding and perspective on life. Marcus Aurelius, once the pinnacle of power in the ancient world, epitomized the virtues of Stoicism. In stark contrast to his predecessors, he shunned the excesses of his position, such as indulging in wine and the brutal spectacles of the Colosseum. His dedication to serving humanity, as he believed was his destiny bestowed by fortune, was profound. However, to effectively fulfill this noble endeavor, Marcus Aurelius embraced a critical Stoic principle: the art of caring less about trivial and uncontrollable aspects of life. This concept, vividly outlined in Epictetus's Enchiridion, distinguishes between what lies within our control and what does not. While it's not a call to disengage from the world, Stoicism teaches a realistic approach to our limited influence on external events, advocating for liberation from self-imposed burdens that arise from unnecessary concerns. When life inflicts pain, it's often a signal that our attention is fixated on elements beyond our control, allowing them to manipulate our emotions and actions. We mistakenly blame external forces for our turmoil, failing to recognize our own complicity in permitting their influence. Yet by withdrawing our concern from these externalities, their hold over us diminishes, leading to tranquility and focus. For Marcus Aurelius, this detachment was key to managing the immense pressures and challenges of his imperial duties, enabling him to concentrate on his perceived divine mission. Similarly, for Epictetus, this philosophy represented true freedom. For many, disengaging from certain external influences can be a strategic choice to prioritize meaningful goals. Others may find in it a path to a blissful, unburdened existence. The pivotal question then becomes, what aspects of life should we cease to preoccupy ourselves with, and how do we accomplish this detachment? This exploration into Marcus Aurelius's philosophy offers insights into how to selectively care, focusing only on what truly merits our attention and energy. In his reflective work, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius provides profound insights into our often misguided concerns about the past, present, and future, urging a reassessment of our focus and energies in each domain. 1. The future. The first, we delve into a powerful concept from Stoic philosophy, as taught by Marcus Aurelius and echoed by Seneca: the art of facing life's uncertainties with a composed mind. Imagine the future. It's vast, unknown, and often a source of immense anxiety. Seneca wisely pointed out that our suffering is more intense in our imagination than in reality. We often find ourselves lost in a maze of what-ifs, conjuring up endless scenarios, most of which will never materialize. This habit of overthinking about the future, about things that are yet to happen or may never happen, is where our unease takes root. Now, let's consider an example. You've planned meticulously for your retirement, envisioning years of peace and leisure. Suddenly, an unforeseen health crisis overshadows your well-laid plans. Such twists of fate remind us that while we can anticipate, we can never be certain. What about the fears of global calamity or personal financial ruin? These too are possibilities. But as Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, it's not the future itself that weighs us down. It's our current thoughts about it. Our worries about what tomorrow might bring are actually happening in the now, overshadowing our present moments. Marcus Aurelius offers a profound insight into handling this anxiety about the future. He advises, never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. In other words, if we can manage today's challenges, we are equally equipped to face tomorrow's. Aurelius practiced focusing on the present, realizing that it's bearable. This realization gave him confidence in facing the future. This concept aligns with amor fati, the love of one's fate, strengthened by trust in our ability to endure and overcome. To you, our listeners, grappling with the unknowns of the future, remember that the art of living well involves focusing on the present, armed with reason and acceptance. Embrace today and trust that you possess the strength to confront whatever tomorrow brings. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom, teaches us not just to endure life, but to welcome it in all its unpredictable glory. Thank you for taking the time to join us in exploring the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius. If you've absorbed these lessons, please leave a comment with Stoic strength to show your commitment to facing life's challenges and focusing on inner peace. Continue to follow us as the journey towards tranquility has just begun. To the past. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, offers a profound perspective. Our existence is fleeting, and both the past and the future are realms beyond our control. He eloquently reminds us, remember that man lives only in the present, in this fleeting instant. All the rest of his life is either past and gone or not yet revealed. This wisdom urges us to focus on the present, rather than getting lost in the past or future. Marcus Aurelius saw the past as signifies as much as nothing and is at present indifferent. It's a powerful reminder that our memories can often deceive us, presenting a skewed version of reality that we cannot alter. We tend to replay past events, sometimes causing ourselves unnecessary pain. But Marcus Aurelius challenges this tendency, asking us to reflect on how we react to these past events rather than the events themselves. His approach is not to deny the impact of the past, but to emphasize our response to it. Whether we face it a difficult childhood or a failed venture, it's not the event that defines us but how we handle it. He poses a thought-provoking question. Is it truly a misfortune if it doesn't violate human nature? This perspective encourages us to see past events not as setbacks, but as opportunities to demonstrate our resilience and virtues like justice, generosity, and self-control. Interestingly, Marcus Aurelius does not dismiss the past entirely. He believed in learning from it by observing patterns and rhythms to better anticipate the future. So, as we journey through life, let's take this lesson from Marcus Aurelius. Live in the present, learn from the past, and use our experiences to cultivate strength and wisdom. This approach can help us lead a more fulfilling and balanced life. The present. In the thought-provoking wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we find a powerful reminder that our focus should be firmly anchored in the present. Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, believed that the present moment is all we truly possess. As we stand at this juncture, we can peer into the vastness of the past and gaze toward the uncertain future. He often emphasized the importance of concentrating on what is within our control, which is invariably the current moment. Yet, even when we release the burdens of the past and lessen our anxieties about the future, we often find ourselves overly concerned with matters that, in the grand scheme of things, are trivial. Life's unfolding events can frequently lead to feelings of dissatisfaction, anger, sadness, or depression. However, Aurelius argued that being emotionally perturbed by the whims of fortune is futile. The unfolding of the world around us is beyond our control, but our reaction to it is not. Our disturbance often stems from a discord between our desires and reality. Aurelius likened those who resist the forces of fortune to pigs struggling against the inevitable, a struggle that is ultimately pointless. We cannot prevent wars, natural disasters, or the aging of our bodies, nor can we compel the world to fulfill our wishes. Despite this, we often expend significant energy resisting the inevitable, leading to anger and sadness, making the present moment a prison of our own making. Conversely, our attachment to the present can also be a trap, where fear of loss leads to a life controlled by fortune. In our deep entanglement with the transient and uncontrollable, we often lose sight of what truly lies within our power, our choices, actions, and opinions. Aurelius viewed the law of nature as a guiding principle, one that we should not flee from or resent. Acceptance and embracing of nature's ways allow us to focus on what we can control, rather than wasting energy in disdain or attachment to our circumstances. He offered wisdom in his meditations, particularly in the 7th book, about focusing on what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. He cautioned against overvaluing possessions to the point where their loss would be devastating. This perspective is crucial, especially when life repeatedly challenges us with difficulties. In Aurelius's view, adversity is not an excuse for despair but an opportunity to practice virtue and apply Stoic principles to our lives. In the end, the art of living, as per Stoic philosophy, isn't about how favorable our external circumstances are, as they are often unstable and beyond our control. Instead, it's about how we confront the events we encounter. It's this approach to life that should be our primary concern. Aurelius aptly summed up this perspective. Because to me, the present is a chance for the exercise of rational virtue, civic virtue, in short, the art that men share with gods. Both treat whatever happens as wholly natural, not novel or hard to deal with, but familiar and easily handled. This wisdom, transcending time, remains profoundly relevant in our modern world, guiding us to embrace life with resilience and equanimity. Have you ever encountered a situation where embracing the present moment, as Marcus Aurelius suggests, helped you overcome a challenge or difficult emotion? Please share your experiences or insights on how focusing on the now has impacted your life. Please leave your thoughts below in the comment section. We look forward to sharing from you. How should we face the ups and downs of life? I really like Marcus Aurelius's quote about the nature of life. The cycle of the world never changes. It goes up and then down, from one era to another. Honestly, we always hope that life will always be smooth sailing. We think that life should gradually improve each day. We hear about how the economy and the world have improved over the decades, and we think that's the normal trajectory of everything in life. Everything happens like a linear relationship in algebra. If X increases, then Y also increases. We think that when we get older, we will have everything we want. And then, when we actually get old, we look back and don't know what we have achieved. There's no linear relationship between age and wisdom or age and wealth. If that linear relationship were true, everyone at a certain age would become wealthy geniuses. The truth is that life is not just about advantages. Sometimes we have to go through ups and downs. These ups and downs can last a few days or a few months, even if you're unlucky. They can last for many years. Many people complain that 2020 was a terrible year for them because they had to confine themselves at home and couldn't take vacations. A friend of mine actually had a really terrible year in 2020. In January, he suffered a ligament injury after a bike accident, so he had to have surgery in February. When he started to recover, COVID-19 broke out, and he couldn't go for physical therapy, which affected his recovery. He had to use crutches to move around before and for many weeks after the surgery. Then around summer, he caught COVID, so he had to miss nearly 3 weeks of competitions. After the summer, he felt better and started doing housework. The poor guy couldn't do anything but lie flat on his bed for 2 whole weeks. He also has young children, so his wife had to take care of them alone and then go to the hospital to take care of him. Nearly a year later, he felt better and almost fully recovered. But it took him a year and a half to get back to his life rhythm before the knee injury. Last week he caught COVID again. These are things we can't control. As Marcus Aurelius said, whether it's atoms or nature as a whole, the first thing to say is, I am a part of the world governed by nature. The second thing, I have a connection with others, similar parts like me in this world. Once you remember that in your mind, you are a part of the universe and have no right to complain about what the whole gives you. Although I believe that each of us lives our own life and decides to follow the path we choose, we still have to acknowledge that there are many things we can't influence. Sometimes, we tell ourselves that we are the masters of our own lives. We think life is like a movie and we are the screenwriter, director, and actor. That is not a realistic view of life. In reality, we are just actors, and we are assigned a role that we need to play. Stoics believe that we need to perform that role to the best of our ability. However, you don't have to imitate how others live. You can still perform your role in your own style. Let me give an example. In the past few decades, many actors have played the Joker in Batman movies. From Jack Nicholson to Jared Leto. For me, the best portrayal of Joker is Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. No one embodied it like he did. And no one other than Heath Ledger could have played that role in that way. Our lives are not much different. We decide how we perform our role. We have the ability to shape our perspective on life. All of us have our own style and personality. We don't have the power to change most things in life. Although that sounds limiting, it actually gives a sense of freedom when you think about it more deeply. You don't have to waste too much energy being angry about why life is the way it is. When things are going well, enjoy it. When things are difficult, get through it. Life is cyclical, so good times will follow bad times and vice versa. This life is too short for suffering. So here's some advice for you to enjoy life to the fullest, even during ups and downs. There's no shortage of people trying to tell you how to enjoy life. Your parents might say you need to get married. Brands might say you need to buy their products, and social media says you must be like celebrities. The problem is you won't find your own happiness by listening to others. It's easier said than done. But the sooner you live life your way, the sooner you'll find the space you need to be happy. This means letting go of preconceived notions about your life, what you should do, and eliminating negative self-talk, while enjoying your current life. Life is too short for suffering. So here's some advice for you to enjoy life to the fullest, even during ups and downs. 1. Develop an attitude of gratitude. Humans tend to be negative, and if you can overcome this, you will minimize the risk of mental health problems like chronic stress, anxiety disorders, or depression. To do this, you need to nurture gratitude. If you can find something to be grateful for every day, life will no longer be burdensome. You'll start to notice all the good things happening regularly, even if they are small. Now is the perfect time to start your gratitude journal. This doesn't mean ignoring the facts, it simply helps you appreciate the good in the world while bad things still exist. It also gives you a fuller view of reality and allows you to enjoy life more. 2. Find a reason to smile every day. A smile is worth 10 tonics. Indeed, smiling can reduce stress levels, fight off illness, and improve your overall health. It's also a way to strengthen your connection with others. Find what makes you happy and spend time on it. You can also hang out with your humorous and witty friends. Another way to find that smile is to make others laugh with your own subtle jokes. 3. Take a nap. Believe it or not, napping can make you feel happy and relaxed. If you have the time and flexibility, 20 minutes of napping is all you need to wake up feeling rebooted and ready for a fresh start. According to a survey of 2,000 Americans, those who nap regularly feel happier than those who don't. In another study, people who napped for 90 minutes had better cognition and less stress and anxiety. 4. Exercise. Exercising daily makes you happier. When you go out for a walk, run, or cycle, your brain releases happiness hormones called endorphins. These are naturally produced chemicals that help you experience joy. Start with 30 minutes of exercise and gradually increase each day. That's all it takes to experience benefits like reduced stress, improved sleep, a healthier body, and improved self-esteem. 5. Self-discovery and introspection. Self-discovery and introspection will teach you what you need to be happy. Try meditating, keeping a journal, or seeing a psychological counselor to learn more about yourself. When you know who you are, you can adjust your life to fit better. For example, if you're not a morning person and like to sleep in, find a job with flexible hours. If hanging out with a large group of friends tires you, prioritize direct interactions with your closest friends. If you don't like exercising alone, join a team sport or sign up for a dance or yoga class. 6. Nurture positive relationships. Ask yourself, whose opinion would you seek in tough times? Do you feel better or worse after talking to a certain individual? When you think of a person, do you feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Does talking to someone give you a sense of comfort? As you think about your answers, determine why you feel that way. If hanging out with a friend exhausts you, you may decide whether to continue that relationship. On the other hand, if someone brings you joy and recognition, nurture and preserve that relationship. Spend your time and life with those who truly love you. 7. Go out and meet people. You don't have to replace your current group of friends, but expanding your circle is never bad. Meeting new positive people will help you through tough times, enjoy life, and energize you. 8. Set goals for yourself. Make a list of what you want in life. Then set goals for yourself. This helps you better understand how to act to turn your dreams into reality. You may not achieve everything on your list immediately, but you can complete them one step at a time. This will bring you closer to your next goal. For example, if you dream of traveling for a year, you may need to plan steps like how much money you need to live without a job, or what you need to do to still have an income while traveling. You'll need to achieve financial goals before focusing on the larger goal of traveling for a year. Happiness is not something you can have. It's a garden that you must cultivate. It requires ongoing time, attention, and prioritizing what's important to you. Enjoying your life isn't always easy. You might have to step out of your comfort zone or give up some relationships that are no longer suitable. But only then will you get closer to your own happiness. As we conclude our insightful journey through When Life Hurts, Care Less About It, the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, we're left with a profound understanding of how to face life's inevitable ups and downs. Marcus Aurelius, with his timeless wisdom, reminds us that life is not a linear path but a series of cycles and fluctuations. Our ability to navigate these with grace and fortitude determines the quality of our lives. Throughout this video, we've explored how to embrace the present, learn from the past, and face the future with a composed mind. We've delved into the Stoic principles of focusing on what's within our control, letting go of trivial concerns, and finding strength in our responses to life's challenges. As you reflect on these teachings, remember that your journey through life is unique, and the way you choose to face it is entirely up to you. Whether you're dealing with personal struggles or global uncertainties, the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius can guide you towards a more centered, peaceful existence. We hope this video has offered you valuable insights and a new perspective on life. If you found it enlightening, Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that enriches your understanding and perspective on life. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos, which promise to be just as thought-provoking and transformative. Thank you for joining us on this philosophical journey. Remember, no matter what life throws your way, you have the power to choose your response and shape your reality. Embrace each moment, nurture gratitude, and cultivate a life of purpose and fulfillment. Here's to living a life guided by wisdom and inner peace. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing.